Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Frying Pan Podcast. It's me, your host, Daniel, and I'm here with my co-host.
It's me, Robert D'Onofrio. How's it going, folks? I'm alive, and we're back week 2 from Maine. Hopefully the rust isn't present as it was before, but we'll find out. I think I can speak today, though.
Yeah, last week was pretty but also, good start. This is the first time I did an intro that wasn't, didn't sound too degenerate-ish, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you were a blunt blade today, Daniel.
It was like the week before. Last week was we were beefy bodybuilders. The week before that, it was just me, and then the week before that, it was the Yeehaw cast.
The Yeehaw cast. My god!
I'm thinking of we actually start Yeehaw cast where we talk about all things cowboy, not like the football team, but like actual cowboys. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh, good. Hell yeah, dude. We can have my grandmother on the show. She watches a lot of westerns.
Oh, what the fuck's that guy's name? He's in all
Clint Eastwood.
No. Well, yeah, Clint Eastwood. But like old days, he was like the iconic cowboy.
Oh god,
John Wayne? No.
Yes, John Wayne. I think so. I don't know. I'm not very well versed in my westerns because, frankly, I don't care for the genre.
Me too. Well, that's why we gotta start the Yeehaw cast to get informed and stock up that knowledge.
The Yeehaw cast.
Anyhow, how you doing, bud?
I am doing okay. I did more drugs yesterday.
Yes.
Still having some residual effects, funny enough. I'm not sure how many of them are placebo effects either.
I'd say it's a pretty 50-50.
It's great because I still see shit move out of the corner of my eye, but not every time. So, you know what? I'm counting myself as fully fine. We're good. I'm living. It's good. Tuesday. It's hot as shit out.
It is. I'm trying to avoid it. So, like, the walls aren't moving anymore, at least?
No, they are stable for the most part.
Your monitor isn't doing, like, 720s?
Yours doesn't?
No, mine does 1080s.
I see.
I just didn't know if the drugs would slow it down, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
You know what would have been great? Power combo would have been you take more LSD and then you do like 4 locos and you see how fast you can end up in intensive care.
My goal is not to die when I'm doing these drugs, unfortunately. There's the edge. There's the edge.
A little dark-eyed.
No, it's for science mostly, to satisfy my blatant curiosity.
Yes, little known fact, I pay Bobby to do drugs so I can secondhand experience it.
You can vicariously experience hard drugs through me.
Well, it was like we were talking the majority of the day yesterday, and it was like, hey, I took it like 30 minutes ago, so we're gonna see how it goes. And you just progressively like started to devolve as the night went on. And,
dude.
I mean, it sounded like you're having a good time, so I was like, hey, whatever works, man.
So last night we started doing like in what we call in-houses, but it's basically when there's a lot of people in the friends group in our Discord and we just play games versus each other instead of against random people. Anyways, we got like 2 into those matches, like 2 of those matches in, and I essentially lost all functionality when it came to being able to not stop laughing.
I noticed. It was great though. It kept the energy high.
That's what I was hoping for, because let me tell you, those ARAMs were pretty resonant fucking sleeper.
Yeah, they're pretty... Yeah. No, you're right. Won't disagree.
But anyways, moving past my drug habit. Sorry, Mom. Jesus Christ, I just realized I'm not an addict. For science, I'm a man of science foremost and always. Thank you.
You got it, bud.
Anyways, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I got the whole week off because work shut down because it's too hot and we don't have a lot of business, so we normally take the week off in July.
Oh, thank God you got, like, today off, bro. The sweatshop would be insane.
Oh, it'd be brutal.
Like, you need gills to breathe outside. It's so muggy.
I know, it's gross. I still probably will go for a run later, but we'll see how it goes. But
I'll
anyways,
probably go for a run into my fucking shower to get to shower again today, dude.
I was trying to think like where you were gonna run to go to a cooler place, and I was like, there's only like 2 options. But
Have you ever taken a cold shower on a hot day?
oh, I normally take cold showers in the summer.
Well, okay, like, are we talking cold showers or like lukewarm?
I'm talking like ice.
See, I feel like I get shot whenever I do that, but like, my thing is, whenever I take a shower, I like to leave like the last like minute or 30 seconds, like I just turn it to cold then.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to take a cold shower all the way through, I always get out of the shower feeling gross if it's still hot as shit in the house anyways. Just because, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like somehow your skin's cold, but you want to perspirate anyways because the mugginess.
Well, yeah, it's they say when you're like take a warm shower before you go to bed because it's easier for your body to get cold than it is if you take a cold shower for your body to stay cold.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
I'm not entirely sure on the science behind it, but anyways, yesterday I went to the dentist and I had like the same dentist the past like 3 times I went, but the past 2 times I had this different lady. She's nice. She's Russian, so her English is a little off, but it doesn't matter. But let me tell you,
Comrade, I'm going to pull your teeth.
No, it's like she just fucking took a chainsaw and went to town on my gums. Just murdered them.
Oh, jeez, that's actually very unfortunate.
Yeah, I think it's just because I don't floss enough. I always feel bad though when I go to the dentist because they're like, "You need to floss more," and I'm like, "Yeah, I got it." And then like for the first few months, I'm like, almost every night, every other night, I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'm gonna floss so my gums don't bleed that much next time I go." And then I'm just like, too much work. Can't. I'm sorry.
Joke's on you. You should suck on steel wool to toughen up your mouth.
I'll work on that. Well,
yeah.
that's the step up. You gotta give me a little
chew
stool.
balls of tinfoil to really get your teeth.
Yeah,
hard.
Well, it's better if you heat it up. So I like to put the tinfoil in the microwave and then chew on it.
Oh, you know, speaking.
Try it at home. It's really great.
Jesus, don't try it, dude. I can't believe how. So for those that don't know, there was a like a viral Instagram post that was essentially someone took one of those like fushigi magic balls, which are basically just a really glossy metal ball.
Oh yeah.
Put it in his microwave and said, "Hey, if you put a ball of tinfoil in your microwave, it'll come out looking like this." People actually did, not realizing you're just putting tinfoil in the microwave and you're just gonna fucking make that shit blow up.
Dude, I love people. I love that there's people out there that thought like, "Oh wow, really?" And they weren't like under the age of 10.
Yeah, honestly, like genuinely, like adults were doing this.
Jesus Christ! All right,
shit was absolutely hysterical.
Let's land in on some topics. I got the first one.
Do you?
Yeah. Keyword landing, because Fortnite World Cup happened.
Oh shit, make sure you thank the bus driver, kids.
Yeehaw, we're landing tilted. Whoop.
Watch my orange justice.
I'm doing the L one where I kick out my legs right now in my chair.
Jeez.
It's too bad we're not visual. Anyways.
If we were, this would be pretty bad. I got my shorts hiked up to the point where they're booty shorts on me, and let me tell you, that would not be a visually appealing sight.
I'm basically just not wearing anything because I'm dying in this room right now. But like, it's fine. I love sweating.
Yeah, we have to turn all our fans off so you guys don't hear the steady breeze.
But
I say steady breeze, but I try and turn my room into a wind tunnel.
I do too, yeah. You should see how my apartment's set up. Anyways, okay. Fortnite World Cup. This might not matter to some people, but not apparently, but the Fortnite World Cup had a $30 million prize pool.
That's insane considering the Dota prize pool was that big, and that's like the biggest esport game.
Yeah, it's honestly absolutely disgusting. And the kid that came in first place was a 16-year-old. Kyle, his gamer name is Buga. I don't know, Bugha. You know, kids and their gamer tags. They always like to be different. His last name is like Giersdorf, Kyle Giersdorf. He won it all. He was the big kahuna of the event, and he walked home with, not that much, just like $1.6 million.
Was this like an amateur tournament, or
No.
did Ganondorf just win because like he was the best of them all?
call him fucking Ganondorf?
Wait, what was his last name?
Giersdorf! You call him fucking Ganondorf?
Oh, fuck. Giersdorf. Okay, yeah, not Ganondorf. I like Ganondorf better. I mean, he's halfway there. Might as well go all the way with it.
Yeah, no, you got it. Anyways, he's 16 years old, so he has more money than you do.
Well, you know what? Thanks. Now I'm depressed.
No. Yeah, I want to get your thoughts on this. How do you feel about this?
Okay, I gotta look at it from a different angle. Could you imagine being that kid's parent and just being like, yeah, my kid won $1.6 million off of Fortnite? Like, okay, I know that sounds dumb, but genuinely think about it. How would you rationalize it in your head? How do you think your parents would rationalize it in their head?
My mom would be like, oh, my son plays video games and makes money. And my dad would be like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know where it came from. He'd think I was probably selling drugs.
1.6 million's insane.
I know.
I mean, granted, I kind of like the allure to the gaming community that if you're good enough, you can make money in it no matter how old you are. I think that's cool.
But that was the thing. Like, the majority of people that showed up, it was like, I'm pretty sure the highest age of someone who competed was like 24 or something. But the majority of people are like 13 to 17. They're all kids.
That's cool, but I mean, I wonder if like with prize pools that big, like I wonder if their parents technically have to collect it for them.
I think that legally, yeah, I think they do. But yeah,
well, I guess they probably like I guess a part-time job doesn't really need your parents' permission, right?
No, that's true. But there were people there that were like 13, so
yeah,
at that point you're still an infant.
I wonder how many kids that at least because you were telling me that like 50 people at least walked away with $100,000, right?
Yeah, it was like one like first place through eighth place they made like somewhere between it was like I think he was the top of 1.6 and then it came down to like 800,000 and then from like 8th place to 50th place they walked away with at least 100,000.
Jeez.
Which like even still that's crazy.
That is brazy. There's probably those like kind of scummy parents out there that are like, "All right, little Timmy, I'll take this and put it in your college fund." Like I would be like I'd be like, "Fuck you, Dad. That is my money and I need it now."
Well, it'd be like, oh yeah, don't worry, Tim, I'm gonna put it towards your college fund. It's like, Dad, where'd we get the money for an in-ground pool deck and a new house? It's like, I don't know. I stumbled upon it.
To be honest though, if I was like 13 or 14 and won $100,000, I would be like, just let me buy a shit ton of stuff and then do whatever the hell with the rest.
Oh, yeah, honestly. Well, the funny thing was the dude that finished first, they asked him like, what are you going to do with 1.6 million? He was like, well, I need a new desk. I was like, that's a perfect response.
Like, exactly. Like, kids are too, like, I say kids as if I'm, like, drastically older. But people between that age range, it's not like they're experienced enough or have the means at hand to, like, buy something that's outlandish and crazy or potentially harmful. You know what I mean? I'm sure their scope of what they actually want is limited to, like, well, since they're playing Fortnite, like, an upgraded gaming setup or a new desk or maybe this kid wants a stream setup or full RBG lights around his room. That's exactly what I would do with $100,000 if I was that kid's age. I'd be like, yo, Dad, let's remodel my room, make it man cave-like.
Absolute gamer paradise.
For real, like, I wouldn't be buying drugs.
No. But,
or blowing it on cars, because I'm 14 and I can't drive.
The other thing that came from this was the negative side of it. which because ESPN covered it, like millions of news outlets covered this, and a lot of the response were from like Lorraine from accounting, like, why should kids be allowed to make this much money? It's bullshit. Which, yeah, maybe 1.6 million for a 16-year-old might be a little much, but
I mean, okay, at the same time, what would the difference be if he was 20? You know what I mean? Like all it is that he proved that he was better at something, you know?
Well, yeah, it's mostly like the aspect of like how is playing video games making people this much, and it's like it's literally the same as like any sport. You watch the best people that are the best at what they do compete for something. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's like the perfect way to put it. People that are good will compete and they'll make money off of it, and that's that.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure at this point, sorry to cut you off, but I'm pretty sure at this point esports is going to be bigger than baseball in like a few years. I'm pretty sure it already is.
God, I hope so. I hate baseball.
Dude, baseball is so dead. It's so sad.
We've bashed baseball, I think, at least like 8 different times on this show.
Because there's literally no way you can make that sport interesting unless you're adding like fucking Mario Kart power-ups to it.
Now I would watch that.
Or like they introduce like you can if it's like a close play at the plate. Well, they took out like plowing over the catcher, which is good because that was leading to a lot of like brain injury and shit. But like add like an MMA format to where like they're trying to turn a double play and you're running a second, you can just straight up like swat the ball out of the air or like straight up check the dude catching the ball. Like, come on.
I think we should be allowed to peg people.
Yep, we talked about that. Pegging people would be good. I'm just saying turn into a blood sport at this point.
Jesus Christ.
Be ahead of the curve.
Be ahead of the... Literally aim for the head.
Yes. Like, if you kill someone, that's 5 runs.
Okay, what if, though, everyone has to, like, get in medieval chainmail, and they genuinely do have to, like, hit people with the ball? Like, because, quite honest, I want to see someone like not Big Papi, but like, I don't know, one of the older gentlemen try and sprint down to first and like slide through it in full chainmail or plate mail.
That would probably hurt like a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, but we're on the subject of blood sports, so like...
You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I should be the one putting your ideas down since I'm the one that introduced baseball should be a blood sport, but it's neither here nor there.
I don't know, at least legalize steroids for baseball or something.
Well, that's one of the debates right now is that something with the baseball is that like it's easier to hit home runs. It's not enough to care about, honestly.
Yeah, I think Futurama had an episode where one of the characters like became a baseball star, and since that's set in the future, one of like the futuristic things that happen for the sport is they legalize like drugs for the sport to make it more interesting. So like, hell yeah.
Yeah. You want to know something interesting though about the Fortnite tournament?
What's that?
There was the 200 finalists, and the average age was 16 years old.
Yikes! How old was Ganondorf again? Or Ganondorf?
Ganondorf was 16. His duo partner Zelda, I don't know his age. Just kidding. But dude, even I like how the article quotes this as Twitch megastar Tyler Ninja Blevins. He didn't even qualify for the Sunday solo finals.
Really? And, you know, on the subject of Ninja, I'm not sure how many are. I'm sure our listeners kind of know who he is, right?
Yeah.
But I've been peeking in on his stream every so often recently just to see what his viewership's like, and it's actually pretty garbage compared to his, what, like 220,000 he would be having like a year ago?
What is he at now?
He's not currently streaming, but when I popped in, he was only at 15K.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of it is, because I don't think he's family friendly anymore.
So
maybe, yeah. And I'm like 95% sure that like 70% of his demographic was kids, and his parents are like, he's saying the F word, that's a big no-no. And also, it was just that like, he was the first to be good at that game, but a bunch of people got better than him, and a lot of the kids watch it more for like how do I play like the best player as opposed to like
That's fair.
he's entertaining. Unless they're just fans of him.
You know, I kind of hate, though, on that subject of, like, talking about viewership, like, Fortnite was dying for a while. Like, it was dropping in viewership. Like, PUBG even was beating it out at certain times of the day.
Mm.
Now it's back up at the top, and to be quite honest, I hate it. I hate it so much.
I don't think it will be for that long. We've had this discussion before that it's just the amount of money that's in it is what really attracts everyone. Like that's why like news outlets talk about it and like night shows because the kid was on Fallon's night show last night.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Jeez, now I wonder if that kid's gonna turn into like a internet famous type of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he's gonna be like an internet famous person. Someone showed like all of his numbers for like all of social media, and everything increased by at least 100,000 like followers and subscribers and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, good for him. Proud of the kid. Hopefully he doesn't get caught up in anything not good in the near future. That's normally what tends to happen, sadly.
Dude, on a side note, because we were talking about Fortnite and Twitch, I'm browsing through it, and it's like the top 50 people all have their camera at the same exact angle, which is looking at them slightly from the side, like diagonal offset to the right. Every one of them. It's kind of bizarre.
Does it have the angle where you can see them, like their hands on the keyboard and mouse?
Some of them, yes.
But yeah, it's all like the same, like, say you're straightforward, it's like to your left or your right on like a 45-degree angle. It's so weird. Just put like a straight on ahead or like to the side. Just don't have one at all, you know?
Yeah.
I guess that's just the Fortnite way.
Yeah, if you play Fortnite, fuck you.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, I'm sorry. Don't mind me, I'm drunk.
Hey, that's fine. We got a little update from last week. We talked about how A$AP Rocky was being held in Sweden, and he got charged, and he's pleading not guilty. So I just want to give an update on that. We'll keep you updated as new things come out. Free Rocky, as the kids say.
Free Rocky. Are people actually saying that?
Yeah, we'll free A$AP Rocky. All the kids, I guess.
All the hip kids? Okay.
All the hip youngins, we're not there anymore. We're too old.
Jesus, Dan, what are you, like 72 by now?
39, 93. It's kind of hard to say. Time traveling really fucks with you, you know? My secret. I don't know. Anything you want to talk about? Any goodies you got?
On the subject of goodies, actually. So, DoorDash, right?
Use it often, yeah.
So, did you know that they're actually pretty scummy, and I kind of don't want to use their service because of this now?
I have not seen this. You should enlighten me.
So, DoorDash, it's come to light from an article that was posted in the New York Times from a journalist that I think went in as a DoorDash, like, delivery artist for whatever article he's... DoorDash deliverer for an article he was writing. Anyways, come to find out, DoorDash is just super scummy, and I'll tell you why right now. So,
I'm seeing it now.
DoorDash has a, on every delivery you do, so this is from the employee's perspective, the deliverer, every delivery you do has a minimum payout. And that minimum payout is usually like around $6 or $6 something. And that's like you're guaranteed how much money you'll make from that trip that you take. Now you would think that's $6 something doesn't include tip, right? Because, they're tipping you. So if DoorDash guarantees you'll be making this much money, if you get tipped, that should be more money, correct?
Yeah.
Well, let's just say DoorDash guarantees you $6, and you get a $3 tip. DoorDash will only actually pay you $3. And then let that $3 that the person tipped you bring it up to the minimum that they guarantee that you'll get paid. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know, I'm reading it. It's actually just fucking stupid.
Yeah, so basically what DoorDash is doing is they're skimming the money from the tip. So instead of you actually being tipped for your service, DoorDash just taking that tip, claiming that they're paying you like your fee or whatever, but in reality, you're just not receiving the tip whatsoever. So it doesn't matter if you were a great delivery driver or a bad delivery driver, whatever tip you get just doesn't contribute basically at all, because they're just taking that money anyways, you know?
Yeah, and it's just stupid. I mean, I've been on both ends of the coin of having good delivery drivers and bad delivery drivers, and it's like, regardless, I'm gonna tip them because like I didn't want to go out and get food and you got it for me. Like, hey, cool beans, thank you. But like the fact that it's like, yeah, you're tipping them, but you're not tipping them.
No, you're just paying. You're giving dumb. More money to DoorDash that they will then use to pay them just towards the minimum.
It's just so shady.
Yeah, it's definitely scummy in every way, really. Like, okay, my main problem with it is just because clearly if you're delivering for DoorDash, you're trying to get some extra cash.
Yeah.
You know, there's no reason why a company should be taking away from their already, like, minute income from the job anyways.
Yeah, because it's not like you're making bank being a DoorDash delivery driver anyways.
Yeah, it's not like you don't get, like, benefits or anything like that, or at least to my knowledge, so, like,
yeah,
the hell.
And, like, being denied that extra $4 is just so unnecessary, especially being, like, a multi-billion-dollar company that you are. It just doesn't make any sense on how...
Well, how are you going to even call it a tip at that point? You know what I mean? Like, tip, like, if you're... It's also scummy on their perspective to their consumer that's using the app, because... Like, the app prompts you to tip, and they call it a tip, and everyone's knowledge of a tip is that it goes to the person that's doing the delivery, right? Sometimes at a restaurant, it'll be split among the staff, the wait staff, and whatnot. But still, like, when you put down your tip, you think, like, it's for the people, not for the company.
Yeah, I don't fucking, like, eat at Olive Garden, leave a $5 tip, like, man, Olive Garden, you did great. It's like, no... The server did a good job. I want them to have the $5. Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people do this. Like, even like small businesses do it, where you'll leave a tip for the waitress or the waiter, and then it'll actually just go to the owner at the end of the day.
But it's so scummy.
Yeah, not a fan. I guess I'll switch over to Grubhub. I don't know. They're probably doing the same thing. It's probably all delivery services do this shit. So,
I think Grubhub. I think I remember in the original article that they were saying that they're investigating Grubhub, but haven't found anything like that.
Yeah.
But Grubhub is more expensive overall than DoorDash, so.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a hassle. Imagine me having to get out of my apartment, get into my car, and then drive and have social interaction with people to get food that I want. It's just, that makes less sense to me than this, you know?
Yeah, fuck breathing.
Fuck interacting with people. I'd rather just be a hermit my whole life.
Dude, honestly, I've said this before, I would. If it was perfectly feasible, I would never leave my house.
Yeah, no, I'm fully on board.
I would be a hermit that does his best to live a simple life, recycle, and that's that.
I don't want to be a burden.
I don't want to be a burden. Speaking of recycling, actually, so for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, did you hear what the medals are made out of, or from, rather?
I did not. Enlighten me again, Robert.
So they're made from 80,000 tons of recycled mobile phones.
Jesus.
And other various electronics. So 80,000 tons, that's what, 160 million pounds?
Like 24 pounds.
Hmm?
It's like, the same weight of like a small child.
Okay, yeah, sure, definitely. Anyways,
Sorry.
So, I think, well, first off, their collection for these electronics and cell phones started like 2 years ago. They were asking for donations, and, well, Japan came to life and, recycled their old equipment. And what I felt was pretty damn cool was from the 158 million pounds of donated electronics, is reduced down to approximately 71 pounds of gold, 7,700 pounds of silver, and 4,850 pounds of bronze.
Very cool. I didn't hear about this at all, actually, but I swear I remember hearing something a few years ago of like, Tokyo 2020 Olympic is looking for your unused mobile phones or electronics to that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, it was one of those things where like just kind of like spawn or pop back up in my head. I'm like, did I remember this or did I imagine it? That's definitely cool. Definitely like a great cause.
Yeah.
Great,
see what I like is that they're quoted to say that we hope that our project to recycle small consumer electronics and our efforts to contribute to an environmentally friendly and sustainable society become a legacy of the Tokyo 2020 Games. Like, I like that, like, from the get-go, from the medals, that they're trying to put, like, the environment interjected into the games. Because I can already tell there's people out there that are saying, let the games be the games, why does it have to be about the... No, they're trying to send their message while still doing it tactfully,
Yeah, I mean, if this is a message you disagree with, then,
well, you're just a crappy person, right?
yeah, you're just a big old dummy head, big old doo-doo head.
I did kind of learn something about I'm not sure if this is how all countries that do the Olympics have their medals made, but Tokyo had, like, a contest, or not Tokyo, Japan had a contest to see, like, which design of the medals is best. Like, their people, like, submitted their applications for it and stuff. And I thought that was kind of cool.
Oh, they chose just like people's best design.
Yeah.
Very cool. Do you know? I think there's some. Yeah, there are pictures of what they look like. They do look cool.
Yeah,
they kind of look like. You know what they remind me of? And this is gonna sound stupid. You know those cookies that have like the Hershey Kiss in the middle?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? That's what it reminds me of.
Wait, they actually do kind of look like those.
Like that's the first thing I saw, but it could just because I'm hungry. Tough to say.
I feel it. I'm a little on the hungry side too. You know what's funny as well?
Yeah. Hit me.
I did not know this, but according to this article, there will be over 5,000 medals awarded in the 33 sports during the 2020 Summer Olympics. I did not know that there was that many medals given, to be quite honest.
I honestly, every time the Olympics comes around, I never know how many events there are or how long it lasts. I'm just like, or it'll just be like, oh, so-and-so won the gold medal in this. And then it'll be like a insane success story of like, they were only 16, they had no parents, and they were missing 2 legs, and they won the gymnastics tournament. And it's just something like, yeah, like it's really something like that. It's just like a very convoluted story all the time that's like, this is an American hero. And I'm like, lit.
Do you have any sports on the Olympics that you actually make a point to watch when they're on?
Honestly, not really, no.
I like watching volleyball, beach, and turf, or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah, it's like a tennis court kind of thing. Not like clay, but I don't know. I don't know how to describe it either, but yeah.
Or like even like the indoor. I like watching volleyball just because I think volleyball's so damn cool, though, like how team-oriented it is.
Yeah, do you watch like the 2v2s or like the whole team ones?
Well, team is when they're not on the beach, I believe.
Yeah, that's right? The indoor. Yeah.
So I like watching both, to be honest. I like to watch women's beach volleyball. As dumb as that makes me sound, I think men's beach volleyball is like really fucking weird for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, because they look so
in shape.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, I can't rationalize it. I just prefer to watch women's beach volleyball.
Too much toxic masculinity.
I guess I'm just a pervert. Leave it at that.
Jeez. Okay.
I like watching badminton as well. It's fun.
Badminton's so interesting. Well, that's the thing. Like, I never make a point to watch any of it, but when something like badminton or like table tennis comes up, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, like I try and at least watch a couple of the games. You know, definitely don't keep up with them. Keep up with them.
Yeah. The only like annual thing or like every 4 years thing I keep up with is World Cup. But I don't know. Sometimes Winter Olympic is interesting.
What do you? I hate the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I know. I like hockey and sometimes the skiing ones are funny. Also, I like the fuck. What's the one with the sled where they go really fast?
The bobsled.
Yeah, that would be it. I don't know how I forgot the name bobsled, but I still said sled.
Jeez.
I'm losing it, man.
He's losing it, folks. Actually, I've rarely even watched the medal ceremonies now I think about it.
Oh, I never do. It's like, and so wins the gold, and I'm like, cool. And then
I
it'll
kind of
show,
want to get into watching the Olympics a little bit.
hey man, next year's the year.
Well, the thing is, well, they're okay. Actually, since they're in Tokyo, how many hours behind is Tokyo than us?
7 or 8. I don't know. Get Steven on it.
All right, it is 13 hours ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sounds about right.
if they're ahead 13 hours, so that means if they're playing at
It would be like 8 our time or 1 our time.
huh.
I mean, that's literally just yeah. If it's at 1 our time, it's going to be at 2, or if it's going to be at 1 p.m. their time, it's going to be at like 2 a.m. our time.
Yeah, well, actually, I guess I might be more apt to watch the Olympics now because when they were in Brazil, because they were on pretty much the same time as us,
Mm-hmm.
they started pretty damn freaking early. I didn't have time to be there the whole damn day. You know?
Yeah, I feel that. Well, it's like it's kind of nice when I watch like English Premier League soccer. It'll be on at like 8 in the morning because they're like 5 or so hours ahead of us, and it's like, well, just start the day with it.
That's gotta be nice. Speaking of medals, did you hear that Lil Nas X sets the new Billboard record for the most weeks at #1?
I wonder how he did it. Could it have been the many different remixes he did for Old Town Road? Probably not.
Dude, it's just because his Twitter's fire, I'm telling you.
Dude, I mean, he's very funny. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, dude, he's hysterical. The tweet that was like, a year ago, I was sleeping on my sister's floor, doing yada yada, and now look at me now, ... gay. And that shit was so funny to me.
I live for it.
Oh,
He's funny. Like, he deserves it. He's probably one of the most, like, I don't know, like, at face value, one of the most, like, seemingly genuine nice people in music.
Oh, yeah. He's doing well for his his quick come up in fame.
Yeah, he's not like Lil Pumping It, where he just puts out 5 songs, does a lot of drugs, buys a house, a Lamborghini, and then we don't hear from him since.
Yeah, for real. I mean, the thing is, like, of course he's pretty new to his fame, right? So we don't know how he's going to react once he starts phasing out, if he does start phasing out. Like, I don't hope that for anybody, don't get me wrong, but it's just inevitable that in the world of entertainment that people fall in and out of fashion, you know?
No, I feel that. It's also impressive with the amount of people he's gotten to make remixes to the Old Town Road. Like, you got that one dude from BTS, and see, that's a power move, because then you get the K-pop stans on your side.
It's K-pop stans!
An absolute cult army.
I think the Billy Ray Cyrus one was just phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah, that one's a classic.
Like,
I like the one. Sorry, you go.
Oh, I didn't even remember what I was gonna say. I was the Young Thug one, I think is what I was trying to go on and say, but I couldn't think of his rapper name.
Yeah, Young Thug, the Mason Ramsey. There's that one Mason Ramsey line where he's like, "If you ain't got no giddy, get up out my face," or something like that. I'm like, that's a fire line.
Yeah, if you ain't got no giddy, then giddy up out my way, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He is a god. I really enjoy Lil Nas X. I like what he's about.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for him. He does a good job with, I guess, being relatable for a lot of people.
It's just fun. Fun.
He's got people who like rap on his side. He's got LGBTQ on his side. He's got the K-pop stans on his side now, which is, I think that's the ultimate. I think that's what you want on your side. Like, if you can get K-pop fans on your side, nothing can hurt you.
You know, I'm standing by my previous statement that K-pop fans are gross.
I don't know if I'd say gross or just terrifying.
Okay, now that's fair. K-pop fans are terrifying.
Yeah,
because
they will kill.
So you ready for a little story? Actually,
I'm ready.
I'm not gonna name names, right? But this was around my sophomore year when K-pop was just starting to kind of like gain ground in the US, like as a trend.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you talked about K-pop, you were still kind of like as if you were talking about anime. So it was just like oh, that's a little niche and weird, but nothing more. Anyways, so this one girl who I knew was really into K-pop, like really into it. She knew all the bands and like was even trying to learn Korean, shit like that, like the whole 9 yards. Anyways, I wanted to kind of like ask some questions about K-pop because, you know, it's high school. I don't really give a shit what I'm listening to for music, so I was interested to see if I would like it because I, the weeb as I am, obviously didn't mind listening to Japanese music and shit like that I couldn't understand. So who knows? Maybe K-pop would be appealing. Anyway, so cue me. I'm saying anyways a lot again.
Oh.
So cue me asking her some questions, and we somehow got onto the conclusion that like all she really likes about K-pop is that they're boy bands, and it fueled her boys' love fantasy, and that frightened me to the point of I will now not listen to K-pop.
That's very fair.
Yeah,
because it's like they will. I feel like the majority of the people don't give a shit about the music. It's just that they all look the same and they're all attractive.
Oh yeah, they're all hot.
Yeah, they all look like Ken dolls, but like Korean Ken dolls.
Giga attractive. In a straight male kind of way.
In a, you know.
Sorry, just had to guard my sexuality.
Yeah, sure would be a shame if someone came at you for being gay.
Ha! Oh shit, Dan. We're not supposed to talk about that.
I'm sorry, buddy. Anyways, good job, Lil Nas X. Proud of you. You're welcome on the show anytime. You have my number. I got a question. What is up with this Bernie Sanders sitting down with Cardi B?
Yo, okay, so Cardi B posted on like Instagram or Twitter a while back, like, yo, Bernie Sanders is actually like a good guy. Like, this isn't the exact quote, but she was basically saying that he's such a good guy. She's just now realizing it. Like, he's been fighting for the rights of people all his life. He's not just like one of those other candidates that are just trying to get their bag. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So she tweeted out that, and then I guess that tweet kind of snowballed because I guess no one really expected that from Cardi B. Like I've trashed her a lot on this show, and to be quite honest, I'm not sure if this changes my opinion of her, but it at least shows that she's not like a total heartless person. Like, she acknowledged that he's been working hard. Like, I'm not sure what's been going on behind the scenes, if this is some kind of like agenda that's already in motion. But anyways, after that tweet or Instagram post, it gained a lot of traction. I guess that led up to Cardi B and Bernie Sanders getting together and talking about politics.
You love to see it, honestly.
It's kind of reminiscent of when Trump was randomly like just met with Kanye and talked a lot about politics and policies. Just random, I guess.
I mean that's kind of what the presidential election is just going to become now. Is presidential, or sorry, like who's more popular, not like, oh, who's gonna do a better job kind of deal.
Yeah, I feel like it's been like that for a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was saying with it, I think only within the past, like, when Trump got elected.
No, I mean, it was even a popularity contest with Obama, just not. It's just like he had good qualities to make it, worth it as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like any election's always going to come down to popularity, Like, Ted Cruz isn't going to win because, well, fucking man looks like a Zodiac killer.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like, imagine if he didn't have that tied to him. He could have been president, maybe. But normally when you get tagged as a Zodiac killer, not too many people want to vote for a murderer, believe it or not.
Mm. Well, he did get memed very hard from early on. One of my favorite pictures is still Ted Cruzumaki.
Oh my god, yes. I don't know, Ted Cruz is literally just a walking meme, which is interesting because you'd think that would give him some validation as a president, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's relatable when you look like a meme. But, I don't know. I always, like, I like the ideas Bernie has as a president, but it's just none of them seem logical. Like, ending student debt entirely is like, yes, fully on board with that, but also not the easiest to accomplish.
Well, there's a lot of things that I came to realize from being in college that I don't understand about politics and what's possible and what isn't possible. And really, I'm kind of at a point where I don't even know if things are realistic or unrealistic. I know like when we were talking about Bernie Sanders in the past, I always thought that he would be a better candidate to come in once stuff is already somewhat getting fixed. Like, not him being the one to start the fixing.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Like, I feel like a lot of his stuff could work then. But, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Trump's saying, I don't know if you saw, but Trump's saying that Joe Biden's probably going to be the Democratic candidate. I don't know why he would come out and say that, but that's what he said recently.
I take everything that man says with no more than a grain of salt.
Wait, are you telling me you don't wake up every morning like I do and cover your heart and then place a kiss on your fingertips and then place it to the lips of the Trump poster hanging above your bed?
Well, I do that, and then I like to consult the Trump shrine that I have in my living room. Normally when people over, they're like, why do you have a Trump shrine in your living room? And I'm like, well, I'm not going to disrespect him and put him in the closet. You know what I mean?
Trump's gay, you heard it here first.
Yep, Trump likes men, and that's okay. I imagine people would like Trump a little bit more if he came out.
Do you think people would believe him?
No.
Yeah.
Trump's shown he doesn't like any form of minorities at this point.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! He likes Kanye. He likes Kanye.
No, he likes the popularity he gets for knowing Kanye, and also at this point, Kanye's just fucking out there.
Dude, I don't even know what that guy's been doing.
I don't either. He's probably just sitting in his fucking room watching Rick and Morty screaming wubba lubba dub dub at his TV. And it's like, Kanye, you gonna work on the album today? Nope.
Jeez.
And then Kim's like, I'm gonna go talk to Trump. I'm gonna go try and get this serial killer out of jail.
Jesus.
It's like, okay.
You know, I heard a old Kanye song for the first time in a very long time the other day, and it slapped. I miss that Kanye.
Dude, old Kanye absolutely slaps. I mean, even like his the latest thing he put out with Kid Cudi, that slaps too. Like, all the music he's put out, except for like Yeezus, big slapper, but it's like, I don't know who this dude is anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of on that same wavelength with a lot of artists that I used to like when I was younger.
I don't know, man. Maybe we're just not evolving.
Maybe we're becoming the old people that will then wag their fingers at the younger people. I mean, granted, that's kind of my goal in life. I don't want to be that hip older person that, like, you would think because I spend most of my time on the internet, I'd be the understanding parent that's like, oh yeah, champ, finish that round of Call of Duty before you take out the trash, You know, but I don't strive to be like that when I'm older. I'd still be a hard ass just like my dad was.
Yeah, no, I agree to that. I'd probably be a little more I guess, lenient with my kid of like, I don't know. For me, when I remember the big thing with my dad is when I turned 16 and got my license, it was like no people in the car, and because you couldn't legally until you turned like 18. And even when I was like 17 and I was a good driver, like I'd like bring a friend home from school or like bring them home to school, and like miraculously, my dad is just like he saw me driving and would just shit on me for it. And that one I didn't understand. Like I understand it's law and everything, but it's like, come on, dude.
All right, you want to be more lenient? I want to be harder on my kids. You know what? You're not in bed by 9:15. Well, guess what, little Timmy? You're sleeping outside.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. No, you,
yeah,
you're entitled to raise your kid however you want.
Exactly. I would be a fit parent.
Yep. I think I'd give
disclaimer:
my kid a
I don't
bedtime
actually
still,
think like that.
I think I'd give my kid a bedtime though, at least.
I never had a bedtime.
No, maybe
I don't know if it was a positive or not.
You know, Bobby, based on how many all-nighters you've pulled within the past month or two, I'm gonna say maybe you should have had one.
Well, it's not like the thing is, even if I had a bedtime, like that wouldn't stop me from just not falling asleep. You know what I mean?
No, same.
Like, you know what it's like having trouble falling asleep. That shit sucks when you're just laying there for an hour and it's like, hey, sleep.
Well, no, the best is when you
me.
can't fall asleep and you just keep tossing and turning like you're a rotisserie chicken. And you just keep going and going and you can't find the cold spot on the bed anymore. So you get up, go to the bathroom, and like leave the fan on or something so that like maybe some cold spots will appear again.
Every fourth turn, you let out a deep sigh.
Yep. Every fourth turn, you just... You're like, all right.
Every seventh turn, you contemplate if you really need to just get sleep anyways. You're just like, fuck it. Do I just turn on the computer and do stuff or what?
Dude, I do that. I do that shit all the time. I'll wake up at like... Or like on the weekends, I'll go to bed at like 2 sometimes. And then like I'll watch something and then it'll be 3. And then I'm like, I should go to bed. And then I don't fall asleep within 5 minutes. And I'm like, maybe I just pull an all-nighter, right? I think I have to at this point, right? I don't know.
Jeez. You know, I pulled so many all-nighters my first semester in college because I had no clue how to functionally deal with, like, in high school, procrastination was so easy because you're, like, constantly reminded of you due dates and shit anyway, so it's not like you actually forget. You can still procrastinate and shit. But... yeah. I procrastinated so much my first semester on top of not having, you know, a teacher constantly reminding you of due dates. So I had to pull so many all-nighters just for papers that I completely forgot about until, like, I was like, I feel like I need to do something right now at, like, midnight.
You know, I feel like a lot of people do that, at least in our friends group, because I swear I've heard so many times of, like, oh, guys, I gotta get off. I got a 3-page essay due tomorrow. Did you start it? Nope.
You know, I've on the subject of papers, I was going through some of my old papers just because I finished enrolling for all my classes and shit recently, so I was just kind of tidying up from last semester.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my papers that I wrote towards the beginning of the semester, literally wrote in probably 2 hours. It was like a six or something page paper. Got a really good grade on it. And then I was looking at my final paper that I actually spent, like, you know, careful time, probably close to at least 12 hours just writing and revising and making sure it was perfect. Grade was shit on it, and I was so fucking livid. Was it Sunday I was looking at it? Yeah, it was Sunday I was looking at it. I was just mad the rest of the day just thinking about it.
I want to learn if there's like a science or a theory behind that, because I've had that shit happen to me so much where, like, even with this podcast, like, where we record, I think it's like such a good episode, and I put it out and it's like, oh, not as many people listen to it as normally. And then like we do one that's like, it's okay, it's not our best, and then slap it out and then like more people listen to that one and I'm like, what the fuck?
Who knows, man? It's all about the energy, I guess, right?
No, I don't. I disagree because, like, even it happens to like a fuck ton of people. Of like, say you're creating some form of content or like you're doing a paper or anything. It's like I don't know if it's the more effort you put into it or like the more time you put into it, you think like, oh, this is better, but in actuality, you've just like redone it so many times over that it's not as good as it could have been. Maybe that's it.
I guess that's fair. I guess with something creative or anything that's kind of that progresses at a like non-stagnant rate, more time doesn't necessarily equal quality. It just means, I guess, less mistakes and you can cover more bases, but that doesn't really mean it's better overall.
Yeah.
And on the subject of papers, like, I don't know how we got on the subject of this, to be honest, but I kind of gave myself a stigma that kind of keeps me procrastinating because I almost think that I write better papers when I wait towards or close to the last minute for some reason.
Yep. That's how I felt in high school. Like, if I did it last minute, I was going to do better than if I, like, wrote it out over a few days. But that's mostly because, like, in stuff like that, you just kind of forget what you were initially writing about, or, like, you probably had a good idea, but you forgot it, even if you wrote it down.
Yeah, that was probably one of the reasons why I suffered a lot in high school, is because, like, I'd start the paper on a Thursday and not touch it again until the next Tuesday, and I'd be like, don't know what I was writing about or talking about, time to start over, and then repeat 4 or 5 times.
Yep, I feel that.
Oh, boy. It's one of those days.
I feel it. It's, it's tough being creative sometimes.
Life's tough. Fuck it. Yeah. Become a hermit.
You could. Has the Robert D'Onofrio seal of approval on it.
Yeah, for real.
Or if you want to be like me, you can be an adventurer and tour the world and, I don't know.
I think I have traveler's anxiety on that subject.
You think so?
Yeah. Because even when I went up to Maine, like, I was so stressed the whole fucking time just being in a place that I wasn't used to.
That's normal. Yeah, I think a lot of it is just, like, stepping outside your comfort zone and, like, realizing that that's okay.
Well, it's not... Like, as a person, I'm just, like... I'm not comfortable if I don't know where I am, geographically speaking. So, like, say if I were to take, like, a trip to Japan, I would just be stressed as shit the whole time just because I don't know how many meters away is the closest convenience store. Like, that shit would give me anxiety for some reason.
No, that's normal. It's definitely normal.
Yeah, it's just me as a person.
Hey, man. That's okay.
Hey, we're all okay. Because it's time for the Frying Pan Podcast to come to an end.
Say it's not so.
It's so. Episode 38 has got to get closed before I start getting depressed because I'm thinking about papers that I could have done better on.
I noticed your mood, like, fucking died after you started talking about the papers.
It's because I thought about Sunday, man, and it made me mad all over again.
Why, what's Sunday? What was Sunday?
When I, like, found the old papers that I thought I did, like, when I was just comparing the grades from one I thought was a masterpiece to one I did in, like, literally 2 hours.
Oh, shit's in the past. It doesn't matter anymore.
No,
yes!
It still irked me.
I understand. But no sense in losing sleep over or getting bummed out, big old Johnny head.
Joke's on you. I'm always bummed out.
I know. Also,
all right.
It's episode 39, just so you know.
It's episode 39?
39, not 38.
Oh my god. Okay. Anything else you want to say before we take this pony home?
Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and chase your dreams, kids. You only got one shot. Actually, you have many shots.
And with that positive note, that has been the Frying Pan Podcast, episode 39. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. We really do. And as always, we are on social media. The handle for our Twitter and Instagram is the Frying Pan Pod. We'd appreciate a follow on either of those. It'd be great. It would help us out a lot. And it could be fun. We'll start posting more meme material. Dan's pretty good at posting memes all together on the Instagram, so tune into that. Some of them are pretty damn funny.
I'll be honest, I've been slacking the past couple of weeks.
And, well, on that note, if you're listening to us right now, which you have to be, you're on either Podbean, Spotify, Apple Music, Stitcher, or YouTube. So thank you for doing that. We appreciate it. If you could leave us a star rating, a like, a comment, anything helps. And if you have some of that constructive criticism, you can send that over to our email at inthepaintpodcast@gmail.com. Like I always say, we do this to get better. And one of the best ways to get better is to hear constructive criticism from you guys. So that would be much appreciated. And for the last time, I've been Robert D'Onofrio.
Me, Robert D'Onofrio.
And me, Robert D'Onofrio. This has been the Frying Pan Podcast.
Don't forget about me, Robert D'Onofrio.
Thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great rest of your day. Stay tuned for next week's Yeehaw Podcast, folks. Catch you later.
Get ready for the Yeehaw Cast.
Yeah. Scoop!